Well, hello everybody from Cadiz Drydock, and this is the first in a short series of little videos to let you know what a dry dock is all about. So this is being filmed on a GoPro 9. I don't intend to do anything with the sound quality or the picture. I'm not going to do any color grading. This is raw footage so that I can get it out pretty quick to you all. So let's start off with a question as to what the dry dock is. Well, basically a dry dock is a time of year when we take the ship into maintenance. We take her out of service, we put her in an area or a dock where we can pump the water out so we can get access to the hull, and while we're in there we can clean her, we can paint her, we can do maintenance on all the underwater area. And for ships like ours, we have to do this at predefined intervals. It's required by law to do these, not like your own private boat when you can decide when to do it. We have to do a number of dry docks. Very roughly, we have to do 2 in a 5-year period, and this is ours. So what I'm going to do basically is just have you a quick run round what we've got here in Cadiz, and then we'll take it from there. So what we're looking at here is the mechanism for raising the dock gate. This gate's unusual in that it doesn't slide in from the side or brought in by a tug. It actually lies flat on the seabed at the entrance to the dock, and then we come in from this area over the top of the gate into the flooded dock, and then these winches pull the dock gate upright, and then once it's in position, these wires hold it there until such times as they start to pump out the water in the dock. And then of course the difference in the head of water on this side to this side keeps the dock in place and pushes it up against the seal. It's slightly bowed, I'm not quite sure why that is, but also you'll notice that every dock gate that I've been in leaks, and this one is no different. And if I can just get the camera over here, we can see that the pumps are constantly in motion, pumping the water from the dock back into the harbour. Of course, some of that water will be cooling water from the engines that are being pumped from shoreside into the ship, because we have our generators running. And they're providing power, of course, to the ship. So let's have a wander over the dock gate and see what we can see on the other side, and then I can give you a view into the dock itself. So looking down into the dock, we can see that we've got various bits of equipment here. This is the main drain for the dry dock. That's where the huge pumps are that pump out the dry dock. And also down in here we can see we have some drains as well. One of the gates is leaking, one of the valves is leaking slowly here. You can also see there is a constant movement of water all the time, and I say that's from the cooling water that's being pumped into the ship, going through the generators and then out into the dock, but I'll be showing a bit more about that later. So continuing across the dock gate, we can see, if I hold the camera over here, that the water is around about, I don't know, 4 meters below where I'm standing. And of course over on this side, no water at all. And if you haven't got a head for heights, look away now, but you can see, goodness knows what that is. What's that? Oh, a couple of, what would we say, about 50 meters, 60 meters, probably more than that. In fact, even better, look over on the wall there, there's a depth gauge. But continuing across then, beautiful day here in Cadiz, my goodness, it's gorgeous. So here we are walking across the dock gate itself. I'll show you how all this works once we get into the dock at another time, but we can see again, here we are looking at the propellers and the 2 rudders. Looks like everybody's knocked off because it's coffee time. They don't ever miss that. So we have a bit of peace and quiet at the moment, because when all this machinery is going, and the pumps are working and the high pressure washers are going, my goodness, it's noisy. It really gets very noisy. So this is bliss. Looking down into the dock again, we can see that it's always wet, always running water. In fact, quite a bit of running water on this side down here, and this is coming up. I don't know if you can see the pipe up there, but that's from the cooling water, and we'll continue on. And here's the winches on the other side for those wires that lift the dock gate that I was telling you about. And yonder across the other side of our dock is the brilliance of the seas that was in our dock before us. She had to come out before we could go in. So there you have it, a very short video on what a dry dock is, how it works, and over the coming days I'll be giving you a little bit more information about what's actually happening to our ship once we get stuck into it, if you will. Bank holiday weekend this weekend, so it might be a bit of a slow start, but we'll get there. So I'll leave you with a little panorama of Cadiz Harbour, including the new bridge. Here we go.